Let's ask all of these questions. I have with me the super guy on the retail sector, Kumar Rajagopalan, CEO, Retailers Association of India. Kumar, hi, afternoon, and welcome to the show. Good news for the retail sector. The sales growing up almost 7% in May from 4% in April. We are looking at a better second half of this calendar year as well. But then what is driving this acceleration after months of moderate growth? Do you believe this growth trend would continue for the rest of 2025, especially the second half now?
Yes, I think we saw a 7% growth in the month of May. For almost a year now, we've been seeing growth anywhere from 3 to 5%. We do hope that it's not a flash in the pan, actually, because the businesses all around has to have some kind of an uptick now. The inflation, which was the biggest worry, is now got curtailed a bit. We do know that Reserve Bank of India has created some measures to try and make sure that the interest rates are better. Customers hopefully are feeling better than most other parts of the world. And this should hopefully get us a better sales as we approach the festive season this year. The other thing that's encouraging is that when you look at the discretionary spends, which is where the biggest worry was, because customers were buying whatever was needed, but discretionary spends was not really high. We are seeing that also growing at a decent rate, almost 5-7%, depending upon the category. And therefore, we believe that there could be an uptick as we go ahead. We still have to tell you that many of the retail spaces, especially the physical spaces, are seeing lesser customer entry, but customers who enter are buying lots more and going out. We would think that it is because customers are doing most part of the discovery phase of shopping online and then coming in and buying items from the store, depending upon what they have discovered and what they really want to buy. Once they come into the store, the other items also get attractive to them, and many a times the touch and feel makes them buy more items.
Okay, so not just the required consumption, but the discretionary spends are also picking up. Quite early to assess if working capital pressures have eased, but given the improvement in May, Mr. Rajagopalan, are inventory levels and working capital pressures easing for the retailers?
It's too early to say whether this is going to ease working capital pressures. Retailers have been cautious anyway since the last 1 year. And they'll have to ensure that inventory is as far as possible just in time. If we get 3 months of growth of our 7%, then we know that we are on a good trajectory. Hopefully, then in the peak season of around October to December, we should be able to see a double-digit growth, which would be the most welcome thing. But as of now, retailers would be cautious. They would be careful. Also, it's now almost the season for the sale, the end of season sale to happen for many of the categories. So it's too early to say on this front.
But Kumar, now looking at the improving consumer sentiment, what are you focusing on? What are the retailers actually focusing on? Is it a shift back to the premium categories, or are we talking about focusing on value offerings even now?
Frankly, the premium category was anyway doing well. When I talk about premium, I think super premium categories. Those were really doing well over the last 3, 4, 5 years' time. The mid segment was under pressure. Value segment is where we are seeing some action now. And as far as value segment is concerned, especially for retailers who understand that they have to come out with innovative items, they have to give items that are fashionable as well as affordable. I think they have been able to really do well, irrespective of the kind of category that they are in. So I think customers at the lower middle class segment are also now jumping in to buy, and hopefully that should continue.
Okay, Mr. Rajagopalan, now let's talk about the quick service restaurant plays, the QSR space, which has once again topped the charts with 10% growth, while furniture growth has doubled on a month-on-month basis from 4% to around 8%. Are consumers prioritizing eating out and home upgrades amid rising discretionary spending, which you were just talking about?
Yeah, this home is a segment which is a bit I'm really unsure about, because although there are lots of homes getting sold, if you look at city by city analysis, you're seeing that the number of registrations for new homes are really high. In spite of that, the furniture sales was not looking good. It's now that we are seeing some healthy growth. I don't know how tenable it is, but hopefully it would be, because logic says that if so many houses are getting sold, then customers would be buying lots more furniture. Of course, initially they have spent all their money in buying the house, and slowly they start thinking, okay, now I'll need to kind of unleash my purse onto items that needs to be filled in the house. So hopefully this should continue. Eating out is now come back into some amount of favor. I think it is across segments, but definitely QSR is immediately something that customers would like to go out and buy. But QSR is also growing on the basis of lots of delivery. Many of the QSRs are recording as much as 30 to 40% deliveries to the houses. So if people are feeling nicer, if there is a uptick in sentiment, the first thing that they seem to do is to go out and buy items to eat or call for items in their houses to eat. So hopefully this is where the sentiment is, and which is why I say that there is possibility that we could go towards a double digit by the festival season.
Absolutely. Like how every year around this time, whenever we have a conversation, there's always an optimistic outlook as far as the festive season is concerned. And once again, that's the indication coming from you, Kumar. But then, do you expect a double-digit growth in a second half of this year? How much do you think the early onset of monsoon has helped demand in May?
Oh, I have to tell you, we're still not at the double digit. This is hope, because we've seen a 7% now, and we hope that this will get retained and slowly creep up to a double digit. Also, the last full year was at a very, very low single digit growth. Uh, 2026 is something that we'll need to wait and watch. If this season goes well, then there is nothing that stops us. Most importantly, I think India as a country, if you compare to the rest of the world, is looking much more robust. If you look at the inflation data, it looks decent. Overall GDP is looking decent. So I'd hope that if all these factors remain, and this rains, I think we have to give a lot of kudos to the fact that monsoon set in early, and it seems to be really doing a good job in most parts of the country. That also brings a sense of good hope. And this is between urban and rural.
Consumption Pulse coming in from Kumar Rajagopalan, CEO, Retailers Association of India. Thank you so much, Mr. Rajagopalan, for joining with us and talking to us about the retail and the consumption pattern at this